So students, we were discussing the properties of addition of matrices. We discussed two properties of addition of matrices. The first one, commutative property, and the second one, associative property. The third, next property is existence of identity. So the third property of addition of matrices, existence of identity element, you can write. Dear students, let Aij M by N be a matrix, then A plus 0 is equal to 0 plus A is equal to A, where this 0, or you may call it O, is a matrix or null matrix, you can call, of the same order M by N. So if you add a null matrix to a matrix, you will obtain the same matrix. So if when a null matrix is added to A, or when a null matrix is added to A is only obtained. Hence O is the identity element of addition of matrices. So you have to keep it in your mind, students, that null matrix, O means, you may write here, this is null matrix, null or zero matrix, is the identity matrix for addition of two matrices. The next property we'll be discussing here is existence of inverse. Existence of inverse. Dear students, if you have studied the binary operations carefully, then we know that for an operation star, A star E is equal to E star A is equal to A, then A is called the identity, then E is called the identity for the operation star. And for the inverse, if A star B is equal to B star A is equal to E, then B is called the inverse of A and A is called inverse of B. So here for addition of matrices, this was for your explanation only. Let A be a matrix of order M by N and B of the same order M by N be the inverse of addition of matrix or matrices. Then students, A plus B is equal to B plus A is equal to null matrix if I write, then here B is equal to minus of A you can write, or you can also write that it is clear that A plus minus A is equal to minus A plus A is equal to null matrix. Therefore, hence minus A is the inverse element for the addition of matrices. So here if I took B as the inverse element of the addition of matrices, then what is the value of B? Minus A. And if I am not writing this, not supposing this, then A is a matrix of order m by n, then it is clear that A plus negative of A or negative of A plus A is equal to a null matrix or the identity element of addition of matrices. Therefore, this is the inverse element of addition of matrices. So I hope you have understood. The next property we can quickly discuss, the cancellation law. Dear students, for the cancellation law for addition of matrices is cancellation law. Let A, B and C be three matrices of same order. Then A plus B is equal to A plus C implies that B is equal to C, and this is called the left cancellation law. And the next one is B plus A is equal to C plus A implies that B is equal to C. This is the right cancellation law. Dear students, A plus B is equal to, if there are three matrices A, B and C and they are written in this particular form, then if we add minus A to both of the sides, then A will be cancelled to this and B is equal to C is what is the result. And if we add minus A to both of the sides of this particular result, then we will get B is equal to C, and this is what is called the cancellation law for addition of matrices. I hope you have understood all of the properties of addition of matrices. Our next topic is multiplication of a matrix by a scalar. So let us start it. Multiplication of a matrix by a scalar. Let A be a matrix of order m by n and K be a scalar. Then the multiplication of the product or multiplication of scalar K and matrix A is defined by a matrix Ka. So Ka is equal to a matrix, students, of order m by n, and here I can write each element of matrix A will be multiplied by the scalar k. So we can say if A is a matrix and k is a scalar, then the product of k and A will be a matrix such that each of the element of matrix A will be multiplied by the scalar k. I hope you have understood. Suppose I can take quickly example. Students, if there is a matrix A in which the elements are 2 3 1 1 2 3, these are the elements of matrix A, or you can say this is matrix A, and there is a scalar you can take, suppose 3 is a scalar, then the product of scalar 3 and matrix A will be 3A, and that is equal to each of the elements of A will be multiplied by 3. So multiply each of the elements by 3, then you will get 6 9 3 3 6 9. So this is what is the product of matrix A and scalar 3 I have written here. I hope you have understood the multiplication of a matrix by a scalar. When a matrix and a scalar are multiplied, then the result is a matrix such that each of the element of the matrix will be multiplied by that particular scalar. Okay, now we can discuss the properties of multiplication of matrix by a scalar. Here I can write properties of multiplication of a matrix by a scalar. Dear students, two quick properties will be taking. The first one is, if the scalar k is multiplied by sum of two matrices, then the result can be written as Ka plus Kb. Means the sum of two matrices A and B multiplied by a scalar k is equal to the scalar multiplied by the first matrix plus the scalar multiplied by the second matrix. And the second result, if I take, if a matrix A is multiplied by two scalars K and L, then it can be written as Ka plus La. Means if sum of two scalars multiplied by a matrix A, then the first scalar multiplied by matrix A plus second scalar multiplied by matrix A. So these are two general properties of multiplication of matrix by a scalar. For this also you can take some example, and the example is, suppose you are given a matrix A is equal to 2 3 1 2 and a scalar is 2. Another matrix B 1 2 1 3, this is B. So if we talk about the first property, it will be 2 multiplied by A plus B scalar. If I have taken 2, suppose, then if this is to be obtained, what you can do is you can multiply 2 by the first matrix and 2 by the second matrix, and then both of the result matrices can be added. So this is how, these are two simple properties of multiplication of a matrix by a scalar.